Fact or fiction, you can catch a cold from being cold. Welcome back to Recom Media TV. Today we are diving into a popular belief that many of us have heard at some point in our lives. Can you really catch a cold just from being cold? This age-old question has sparked debates and discussions among friends, families, and even medical professionals. So let's separate fact from fiction and get to the bottom of this chilly mystery. First, let's take a moment to understand what a cold actually is. A cold is caused by viruses, and there are many different types of viruses that can lead to this common illness. When someone sneezes, coughs, or even breathes, they release tiny droplets containing these viruses into the air. If you happen to inhale these droplets or touch a surface where the virus has landed and then touch your face, you might just catch a cold. Now, you might be wondering, how does cold weather fit into all of this? It's a common belief that being outside in frigid temperatures can make you more susceptible to catching a cold. After all, you've probably heard stories of people getting sick after spending too much time in the cold. But here's the kicker. Cold weather itself does not cause colds. Instead, it's the behaviors that often accompany colder temperatures that play a significant role in the spread of viruses. During the colder months, people tend to spend more time indoors, often in close proximity to others. This creates an ideal environment for viruses to spread. When we are bundled up and cozy inside, we might forget to wash our hands as frequently or avoid touching our faces, which are two key practices to prevent illness. So while the cold itself is not the culprit, the conditions that come with it can certainly lead to an increased risk of catching a cold. Another interesting factor to consider is how cold weather can affect our immune system. Some studies suggest that exposure to cold can impact our body's ability to fight off infections. When we are cold, our blood vessels constrict, which can reduce blood flow to the surface of our skin and potentially weaken our immune response. However, this doesn't mean that simply stepping outside in the cold will guarantee that you'll catch a cold. It's more about how our bodies react to prolonged exposure to cold and the behaviors we adopt during these times. So where does that leave us? The bottom line is that you cannot catch a cold solely from being cold. It's important to recognize the role that viruses play in illness and to understand that it's our environment and behaviors during colder months that contribute to the spread of colds. To stay healthy, it's always a good idea to practice good hygiene. Wash your hands frequently, and keep your immune system strong by eating well and staying active. Before we wrap up, let's recap what we've learned today. You can't catch a cold just from being cold, but the conditions associated with colder weather can make it easier for viruses to spread. So, the next time someone tells you to bundle up to avoid catching a cold, you can confidently share what you now know. Thank you so much for tuning in to Recom Media TV. If you found this information helpful, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more engaging content. Stay warm, stay healthy, and we'll see you in the next video.